Let's say I have a standing meeting every Monday morning. Before this meeting, I'd like to send my team an agenda and talking points in advance. I like to make my meetings as short as possible, and sending advance info can remove the need for a note taker. Instead of having to copy and paste this email template every Monday and manually input a subject line with the date, I'd like to have an email draft ready for me instead. It'll have a pre-composed subject line with the date and have all my recipients ready to go. All I need to do is fill out the email body and hit send. Want to learn how to do this? Keep watching. And just so you know, all the JSON I've used can be found in the description box below. In PowerAutomate, I'm going to create a new flow. Because I want this flow to run every Monday morning, I'm going to select Scheduled Cloud Flow. I'm going to give my flow a name, and I'd like this flow to start running Monday morning. And it should repeat once a week. Because I want this flow to only run on Monday, I will deselect all the other days of the week. Click on the recurrence action to set the time you'd like the flow to run. I'm going to open up the advanced options, select the time zone. I'd like the email draft to appear in my drafts every Monday at 6 a.m. because my meeting starts at 9. This way, my draft will appear right at the top of my list. I'm going to add a compose action for the subject line, and I'm going to rename it to keep my flow organized. I'll hardcode the first part of my subject line by typing it in. Then I'll use the format date time expression to dynamically change the date each week. I only want to include the month and day, so I'll enter MMM in all caps for the abbreviated name of the month and DD in lowercase for the numerical date, which will include a leading 0. Next, I'll add another compose action to set the content of my email. I'll copy the existing template into the inputs field. And I'll add some HTML formatting to bold my headings and add a list under each heading. I'll use one more compose action to list the email addresses I'd like this email to go to. Separate each email with a semicolon and do not include spaces between. Now I need to initialize a variable, and I'll rename my action to give my variable a name. I need an array variable to store my email addresses. I'm going to insert a split function that will take the email addresses from my previous compose action and split them at the semicolon. I need to initialize one more variable. This variable will hold the final list of all my email addresses after they have been formatted. For this, I will need a string variable. We're going to add an apply to each action, and this action will loop through the list of email addresses. I'm going to insert the array variable here, add a compose action, and copy and paste the email address block JSON from the description box below. Insert the current item in between the quotes here. This will insert the email address each time the apply to each action loops through. Each time we loop through the array of email addresses, we'll need a way to collect them. For this, we'll use the append to string variable. We'll select the email list variable, and we'll add the output from the previous compose action. A comma will be added each time it loops through the array of email addresses. The last step of this flow will be how the email draft is created. We'll be using the Microsoft Graph API. A link to the Microsoft article can be found in the description box below. Add a send HTTP request action for Outlook. Ensure that your action is outside of the apply to each loop. You can copy and paste the URI from the description box below. We'll change the method from get to post, and also copy and paste the email body JSON from the description box below. Your subject line can be inserted here. Your content can be inserted here, and your email list variable can be inserted here. Our flow is complete and ready to test. And press test. Press run flow. Let's check out our email drafts. And so here is the draft test. It's inserting today's date. However, when this flow runs on Monday, it will insert Monday's date. You can adjust the formatting if you need to. Back in your flow, looks like I need to add an extra space here. But other than that, this email draft will appear in your drafts folder every Monday morning at 6 a.m. or whenever you choose. You can take this flow that we've just built and customize it to fit your needs. What other flows are you looking to build? Leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Want to learn how to schedule a post in a Teams channel? Watch this video.